and it just gave me the ick. I would not pay to live there.
Yeah, sometimes I think I'm making the worst mistake in life. I'm realizing that not every European city is the same. I don't even know where to begin. I'm in this hotel. I literally just landed. This is my very first time in the country, and I'm trying to be careful with my words because I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I landed very, very late at night, and I couldn't see everything, right? Because it was very dark. But just even from like the vibe that I was getting driving, I felt very concerned. I didn't feel like warm and welcomed. I didn't feel like, okay, I can see the charm and appeal.
A few moments later.
Spoiler alert, things worked out. Sort of. I did find areas that made me feel less worried about settling in, like this coffee shop. And I do have a list of restaurants, Michelin restaurants specifically, that I plan to check out with some of the girls that I've met. I'm worried a little bit that sometimes this makes me sound privileged and spoiled, but we've all got to be honest about what we're willing to sacrifice if and when we decide to live abroad. I think that traveling solo is the reason why I've needed to have some level of conveniences that I'm used to at home, and by home I mean the United States. It's the reason why I ultimately left Kenya. And I'm reflecting on my dreams of eventually moving to Colombia, Brazil, or Panama. Because if the infrastructure isn't there to support living without a car, with easy access to community, culture, and industry, I just know from experience that it'll affect my ability to work flexibly as a freelancer and to basically feel at home. Leave a comment below if amenities are that important to you when deciding where to live abroad, and share whether you take reducing your cost of living as low as possible, even if it meant sacrificing these amenities. And now let's get back to before everything worked out. I felt very like, uh-oh. And I feel bad because I want to make sure that I paint, I don't know why, but I want to make sure that I paint this journey to escape and this journey to new life as something not romanticized, but like just like more positive. Like I'm going from something that was chaotic and scary to something that's more uplifting and promising. And I'm not sure if that's going to be the full narrative 100% of the way. I'm trying to keep an open mind. I have some people here in this actually neighborhood, in this city, I guess, that I know and I'm going to meet up with, and maybe that will help me feel like some of the charm and the adjustment and getting used to settling in. But like right now, first impressions is uh-oh. The hotel is okay. I don't see myself renewing in this specific hotel, but it's okay for now. And it's late, so we're gonna sleep, we're gonna settle in, and then tomorrow morning there's so much to do on top of work. Just like work to live and to survive, there's also like work to do to find a place that I'm gonna live that's gonna be my home for the next 12 months. And I already feel like this is gonna be a chaotic week. This is gonna be a week of testing my willpower, my mind. But anyway, we shall see.
6.5 hours later.
Sorry I am so close to the camera, but I don't have my mic and it's windy. So I forgot to film oh my god, my lips are chapped, but anyway. I forgot to film the apartment that I went to, and hopefully the agent that took me there has a video that I can show you. But like, long story short, it was a huge apartment and it had a huge balcony, but like no sidewalk to get into the property. Like you're like climbing over like a mini lake, like that, or like a nice lake, like a lake that's made from a pool of water from rain. And the bathroom wasn't really like all that up to like par, like renovated. So like they did like very patchwork, and that's what I see a lot in these places. Like they do a lot of patchwork renovations where it's like they'll make the facade look kind of like new, but like if you look at the like nooks and crannies, it's like there's still like rust. Like there was still rust in the stove, and there was still like rust along the like faucets and stuff like that, and it just gave me the ick. And like he had just like his mopping, his cleaning stuff all over the place, mop all over the place. Like it just didn't look like he was presenting it like a showroom. Like I'm about to show it to someone who's about to pay a lot of money for this, and I hate when people do that. So even though it was a decent price for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, I would not pay to live there because I wouldn't feel like at home. I wouldn't feel comfortable unless like someone did a huge deep cleaning and they did like a lot of more renovations than this man did. So anyway, if the guy sends me the video, I will put it in, but I was just so caught up in like talking to the agent that I forgot to take out my camera and film. But now I am doing like a city tour and just like viewing what different parts of Malta looks like to see again if I feel like at home. I'll be honest with you again, still driving during the day and viewing everything, I do not feel homey. It's scaring me because I want to feel like I'm at home here, but it's not registering it. It's not feeling like, oh, I'm looking forward to calling this home. But maybe it'll change. Alright, I'm gonna take a video of this place called Medina. That's where I am right now. Before I go into my next work meeting, I'm just gonna recap today. So, I don't like that I'm saying it this way, but I'm happy that I have an opportunity to make Europe my home. I think that's the bright side of things. I just wish that everything didn't feel like it was just half done here right now. I don't know how many times I've said this already on camera, but I'm realizing that not every European city is the same. Like that's catching up to me very quickly now. I mean, I should have known that going through Italy, but now I'm really, really seeing it. And, oh, I didn't even mention, okay, so I ran into this American man on the street as I was waiting for the realtor that was taking me to the apartment. And just from the outside looking in, like I looked down at his street, the outside of his building, his like, because he has a penthouse, looked really, really, like it looked like the kind of aesthetic that I'm looking for. But I was worried, of course, about price. But then when he spoke to me, he said that he did do it direct from owner, so he didn't have to worry about an agency fee, and it fit right within my budget, like it was right at the cap. But if I'm not paying an agency fee, then, and I can actually be in a place that looks developed, not feel like I came all the way to like an underdeveloped nation to live, then, oh God, that probably sounds very mean. But anyway, then I would feel a lot better. So that's possibly hopeful because it's literally right down the corner from where I am in this hotel. So that could be a thing. He did say he was going to check with his property manager to see if they have anything. But yeah, just, okay, so taking the bus back here. Thank God I decided to leave an hour earlier than I needed to, or that I thought I needed to, technically speaking, to get back, because the bus did not come at its scheduled time. It came like 45 minutes afterwards.
And then I had to take 2 buses. So when I finally got on the first bus and it dropped me off at the next location, that bus didn't come until another 30 minutes after the scheduled time. And by that time, my Uber was already 1 minute away. So if I had canceled the Uber, I would have had to pay a cancellation fee. So public transportation, unreliable as of now, as of what I'm seeing right now. Like, and that's what I rest of my whole like dependence on, either walking or public transportation. So that kind of irritated me today because it was like no rhyme or reason. Like they weren't explaining why the buses just weren't stopping. Like the buses were coming, but they just wouldn't stop at the bus stop. Like the bus that I needed came and then just kept driving. The only bus that actually finally stopped, the one that I needed, was when, of course, my Uber was 1 minute away and it had a cancellation fee. I don't know. This first day is not making it feel like I'm gonna feel like I'm at home. I'm gonna see how I feel tomorrow when I meet with one of the girls that is also from America and has moved here. Because I think maybe community is gonna be a huge help. Maybe if I feel like there's people I can talk to, there's people that I can relate to, then I'll feel less annoyed by just everything around me being under construction constantly, and it doesn't seem like there's any progress moving forward. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not happy. Like if I had to choose, which I could have chosen obviously, but if I had to choose again, I would have been like, nah, I'm good with here. It's just that it was just a much easier visa application process and approval process to get here. All the popular places, of course, are going to be more challenging because everybody wants to go there. They're popular. And then the properties, getting rentals there, like France, everybody wants you to have a contract with a French company. Nobody wants you to be like your own business or anything like that. So it was very, very hard to see if I could secure an apartment there. Like I tried doing that before, trying to see if I would even apply for a visa in France. It's kind of the same with Lisbon, but with Lisbon, it's like just overwritten with tourists now, or with Americans, I should say, not tourists, that are moving there as expats, that everything is out of my budget now. Like it's nowhere near like affordable anymore. So all that was left was here, and I can see why. I can see why it's so easy, because not a lot of people are gonna like purposely choose here unless it's absolutely necessary. And I really feel bad that I'm saying this meanly, because I want to work with and maybe I should say it this way, I want to work with the tourism office here, if they have like a tourism agency like in the government here, and just like help them like get their ish together and like be more presentable in a way that would attract people for the right reasons and would bring more tourism dollars to them. And so I'm trying to be careful not to like shit on the country so much and like just how I'm dealing with it right now. But anyway, I have to go in 2 minutes, so instead of rambling on and on, I will check in back with you again. Tomorrow morning is another day of looking at apartments. I'm going to go to the actual city center this time, so maybe the properties there will be nicer, and also like the community vibe would be a little bit more homey and welcoming. We shall see. Y'all, sometimes I think I'm making the worst mistake in life, and then things like this happen, and you have to say, look at God. I'm about to show you what I upgraded to. I never showed you the other hotel, and trust me, you weren't missing anything. It was dark, dreary, and gloomy. And now all of a sudden, for almost the same price, look at where I'm at now.